Edge of Eternity's brought with it the Stellar Insight slot, which gave us a load of lands from throughout Magic's history that are kind of fun. I mean, the one on screen right now, Strip Mine, is fun for some people and not others. It really depends upon which side of your mine the bread is buttered. But most importantly, those cards made their way into Timeless, which is the non-rotating, fully everything is practically legal format on Arena. It's like Legacy, but in reality, it's more like Vintage, where things like Oko, in this case Strip Mine, are legal and you can play 4 copies. It's kind of wild as a format. And thus, I quickly, and didn't really record the video before now, but quickly went to craft, although it's saying not legal in Historic and Traditional Historic, but I crafted 8 fucking Mythic wildcards for 4 Ancient Tomb and 4 Strip Mine, which gave us the ability to play Mono Red Stompy or Mono Red Prison, but with Strip Mine, something that we only get to play in Legacy. You will know I only have 1 copy of Fury. That's because I ran out of Mythic wildcards because of these fucking lands. That said, I don't even know if the format wants you to play more Furies, because there's a lot of decks I just don't give a shit about it, like combo decks, Omniscient Shurentel decks and similar, where Fury is just bad. So this is Prism. To explain this to people who haven't played this in Legacy before, our main thing is that we're going to deploy one of 2 sort of prison strategies. Number 1 is Chalice of the Void. Can I click this and get a zoom in? That's as zoomed as you get in. Chalice of the Void is a XX artifact that you put mana into, and then it sits with X counted on it. Whenever a player casts a spell with mana value X, exactly X, it's counted. It's for both players, so it does give you this parallel element, but what we do to abuse it is that we put it on 1, usually, because 1 is the best mana cost in Vintage, Legacy, and Timeless. Arguably 0 is pretty good in Vintage. This will then encounter Ragavans, Brainstorms, Bolts, Fatal Pushes, Tamios, Deathrite Shamans, Inquisitions, Thoughtseizers, like all the best cards in Magic that are all very cheap. And thus, most people's decks that are normally filled up in the 1-drop slot now don't work because half the deck doesn't resolve when cast. That's the first potential lock piece. Our second one is turning all their lands into fucking mountains. That's right, non-basic lands and mountains, one of the best lines of text in all of Magic. This is Prison, baby. So everyone's mana base is incredibly greedy. Everyone's playing fetches into shock lands and triomes and fucking weird utility lands, ancient tombs and strip mines. And we're going to turn them all into mountains. And again, this is both sides of the field, but we're going to break that parity by playing a deck that plays 12 mountains. And every card in our deck is either colorless or needs red mana. And thus, through a Blood Moon, we can cast all the cards in our deck. And there are 2 prison elements. Ideally, we're going to do that on turn 1. The way we do it on turn 1 is with an Ancient Tomb and some sort of card that we can accelerate with. In this case, in this format, that's just Chrome Mox. Ancient Tomb plus Chrome Mox is 3 mana, including a red, and that means we can slam a Blood Moon. Failing that, Ancient Tomb just plus Chalice of the Void on turn 1 is a Chalice of the Void on 1. And then we can play a Mountain the following turn and play a 3-drop. And so on and so on. So you want to lock them with a Chalice or lock them with a Blood Moon and then follow up with the vice versa, and hopefully they're not going to play much Magic from that point. There are some intricacies here. If they have a fetch land in play and you slam a Blood Moon, they crack the fetch land, go get a basic land, they're back in the game. Chrome Moxes and Mana Dorks, if they've resolved them through your Chalices or before your Chalices, under your Chalices, those will tap for mana to allow them to get out from the Blood Moon too. There is counterplay to this. It's not like instant win. And then beyond that, you need to finish out the game. You need to close out the game and kill your opponent. To do that, we have a load of 3-drop powerhouses. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is a utility piece of making us mana, filtering our cards, and then closing out the game by copying our best creatures. That's just a given. 3 mana is a sweet spot because of the Chrome plus Soul Land interaction. So we're playing Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Then we're playing an assortment, a smorgasbord of Rabble Masters. We have 4 normal Rabble Masters. We have General Crete as a one-of because she's legendary. We have Howl Squad Heavy, and we have Legion War Boss. They're all variations of the same formula. A 3 mana, normally a 2/2 goblin that goes to combat, makes another goblin, and then itself increases the clock further when you get to attack with goblins. Rabble Master makes a 1/1 each turn, and when it attacks, it gets a trigger where it gets +1/+0, +1 power for each attacking goblin. So over the time, after 3 turns, the thing just fucking kills you. It's a very good clock. Because we can only play 4 of it, we need more critical mass of that sort of effect, right? So Howl Squad Heavy is another version of it. 3 mana, 2/3, start your engines, makes a 1/1 at the beginning of combat, and goblins you control have haste. So it actually powers up your normal Rabbles. If you lead Howl Squad into Rabble, the Rabble that you play after Howl Squad will have haste. And then it makes a shit ton of mana when you hit max speed, largely irrelevant. Legion War Boss is the other closest to Rabble. 3 mana, 2/2, Mentor, beginning of combat, make a 1/1 that gains haste and must attack this turn if able. And then lastly, you have General Crete, which is whenever a goblin you control attacks, or one or more goblins you control attacks, create a 1/1 red goblin. And when a creature you control enters, deal 1 damage to each opponent. So basically, again, it just shortens that clock down. You lock them and you clock them. And then beyond that, you've got a few other things. Magus of the Moon is a 2 mana beta, a 3 mana 2/2 beta that is also non-basic lands and mountains. Crucible of Worlds wants to recur our Strip Mine, which is part of our prison strategy. strategy. A Licensed Hearse is just a soul-landable interaction with the graveyard for Reanimator, Murktide, Deathvote, Shaman decks, and similar. And then we have, up here, we have a Fury, which probably should be 2 copies. I'll probably cut a Curse Mirror for another Fury if I had a Mythic Wildcard for it. And then 4 Karn and 3 One Ring. Karn will turn off their artifacts to help you lock up those aforementioned Chrome Moxes. It will uptick to kill treasures, clues, Chrome Moxes and similar as well. And it'll downtick to hit your sideboard of cool utility pieces. Platinum Angel to not lose. Thorn of Amethyst to fuck up a combo. Ghost Vacuum to mess with graveyards. And the reason we're playing 3 One Rings main deck is that we've got 1 in our sideboard, so Karn can go and find it. And then if we have to reset it, we can even dig with Karn into the Ghost Vacuum to exile a One Ring in our graveyard if they countered it or thought seized it away, to then pick it up with Karn again. There's all these cool things you can do with Karn. You can play a ring, go grab a ring with Karn, reset your ring, grab a Ghost Vacuum with Karn, exile the ring in your graveyard, and then get it back with Karn. That takes obviously several turns, but sometimes you're just running on fumes because you haven't got a clock, you've just got a lock piece, and you've got time to do this stuff. This is the deck. The sideboard's not perfect, should be a second copy of Fury, but it's a lot of fun. It's an archetype that I really thoroughly enjoy. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff. This is the gameplay channel. If you haven't noticed and you've somehow stumbled across this and didn't realize, this is not the main channel. I am putting this up on a separate channel called PK Plays, where I'll be putting all the Magic gameplay up and hopefully do a bit more of that, and it can grow in its own merits of me just rambling like a madman and showing you the cool decks that I enjoy and think are fun, separate to the commentary and discussion and retrospectives and history lessons and similar that I have on the other channel. I think YouTube just sort of pushes you to niche down on stuff. If you want to buy any singles or sealed product in the meat space, you can do so from coolstuffinc.com. Use the code Kenobi. Check out to get 5% off your order and it helps support the show. And if you're in Europe, because Cool Stuff Inc. is mainly for North America, if you're in Europe, you can go to magicmadhouse.co.uk and use the code PK-Tingle to get 5% off all non-sale and non-pre-order items. With that out of the way, let's play some Magic. Game! We are going to play first, of course, in our first round. We have a slow Chalice into Magus. No indication what our opponent's on because there's no companion. We're going to look at this. Ancient Tomb Chalice into Blood Moon. We have lock pieces. Really, with Prison, you want a lock piece and a threat. We don't have that, but it's better than a 5. So let's put a mountain back. We're going to go Chalice on 1. Hopefully that'll lock out the majority of the deck. And then Blood Moon to fix our mana to stop shooting us for 2 and hopefully disrupt them as well. So here's a Chalice leveled on 1. They could have Force of Negation, but they did not. It's quite rare to see someone playing Force of Negation in Timeless, if I'm honest. You rarely ever see that sort of happen. Tarn into nothing. Cool. I'm going to go Mountain, and I'm going to go Blood Moon. The reason I'm going Blood Moon over Magus is that if this was a Bolt, they could kill the Magus, untap, play a second land, play a Psychic Frog or some shit. They will crack the Tarn here and go get a basic island, I would assume. So we're not really completely screwing them out of colours because they'll get to play blue spells, sadly. But there we go. Making the best of what we can with that mod to 6. There's an argument of going to a 5, just trying to find a lock piece plus a threat, but we didn't have to double island from them. So yeah, we're really not messing with the mana much. Here's our third mountain. Here's a Magus of the Moon with incredible art. I absolutely adore this pulp art from Edge of Eternities. Fucking love it. You can see what you can want about Magic just not looking like Magic anymore in some ways, but like this Blood Moon is gorgeous. This Magus is gorgeous. This One Ring's pretty gorgeous. This is probably getting counterspelled. Mana Drain. I think they're probably show and tell. That's probably what's happening here. In for 2. They're going to untap. They're going to have 4 extra mana. God, Mana Drain's so good. Silly Magic card, but this format's full of silly Magic cards, right? I've got one of them, at least 2 of them in play right now. Nothing from our opponents. They need some black mana, perhaps. Let's go Cursed Mirror, copying our Magus if we can. I do like this art too. Magic's just got pretty good art, right? It has haste, so this will be some combat here. This is 4 damage. Bang, bang, wham, bam. Bang, bang. Thank you, ma'am. Take them to 13. End the turn. Now, Makes the Moon isn't normally our beatdown. It's not normally our aggro piece. It's not normally the clock that we want. We want one of our 3-drop goblins, right? Rabble Master and other versions of that we play in the deck. Playing 4 Rabble, then a various slots similar to that. We've drawn another Chrome Mox. Our draw is absolute garbage, but on the upside, our opponent doesn't seem to be doing much. The hand might just be full of brainstorms and black spells, and they can't cast any of those, and if that's the case, I'm pretty happy. Flame of Monored to destroy the Chalice is brutal. That definitely gives them access to probably a lot of stuff now. Hopefully, they're blue-red, so the Blood Moon's not even really disrupting like we wish it was. Unless they're a 3-color, we just can't see the other color. Tameo, sure. That blocks our Magus all day long. Well, Fable's pretty good. You can turn these Chrome Mox into actual action if this isn't some sort of disdainful stroke, some sort of spell pierce or similar. Okay, we make a Goblin. I'm going to start with the Goblin trigger. That's fine-ish. I'd rather the second part resolved, get these Chrome Moxes into being action. They'll block Tameo here. We have to attack here to, like, prompt them to block because it's very clear we don't have anything. So that next turn, if we do draw like Shatter Skull Smashing or whatever, and they get the back as a blocker, we have a better way of like convincing them to throw the Tamio under the bus. Discard both Chromoxes. Draw a Fury and a Khan. I'm only playing one copy of Fury because I don't have enough wild cards. I'm gonna play the Fury to try and kill that Tamio. They could brainstorm in response, couldn't they? But I guess if they're brainstorming, they're just flipping it regardless of whether I can't turn this off or Fury it. Fury's a faster clock, so here we go. But Fury also does the bolt, which Khan doesn't. They appear to be a Stonefall, Flame of a Mana Drain kind of deck. Subtlety, sure. We'll put it on top of our library. No attacks from us. Like playing a Fury, killing a thing, following turn, activating Fable the Mirror Breaker's back end to copy the Fury, kill a thing is pretty strong line. Don't know why I said that in like a Russian way. It is pretty strong line. I'm allowed to do Russian accents, right? We drew the Fury. Does it resolve this time? I hope so. They are turning this corner, and I don't want them to. Once more into the breach, don't have another counterspell. Fuck. Okay, in for 2. There are 9. They're going to untap with $1 million worth of mana, which is only like 3 fetch, 3 jewels. Oh, fuck, I fucked that joke. That's only 3 original jewels. I fucked the joke completely, though, didn't I? This subtlety art I'm not too sure on because it's like too subtle, if you will. Flame of Monored. Yep. Flip the Tamio. They're making me work for it. Shrink down the front end of our creatures that attack. Do they get in with subtlety here? Polluted Delta from our opponent, which is still a mountain, thanks to our blood moons. In with a 3/3 subtlety. We drew a card, which is going to slam a jam it into their open mana. Do you have another fucking counterspell opponent? They're going to brainstorm, but luckily they will only be on red mana at that point. Now we could down tick here. Subtlety can kill it. A bolt can kill it. But down ticking gets us access to like the One Ring, for example, next turn. If we draw a land, we've got 5, 6, 7 mana. The One Ring is a problem because it will kill us, though. Maybe I get Ghost Vacuum, play Ghost Vacuum, exile the Fury from our graveyard, and then we've got an uncountable way of making a Fury next turn. In for 1. They can also just return Flame of Renor to their hand, right? And that destroys artifacts. Fucking hell. Yeah, they can. Maybe I should have hit Tamio for 1 so that when she returns the flame now. No, they're going to uptick Tamio. In for 3, kills the Khan. Oh, Snapcaster Mage, Flame of Venor. Okay, seems very, very strong. Seems game-winningly strong, actually. Goodbye, Ghost Vacuum. Goodbye, Magus of the Moon. We do get to resolve Khan here, but it doesn't do anything. Well, we can go Khan into Fable. That's okay, isn't it? So here's Khan. We can't go Khan into Fable. I thought we had 7 mana, only if we hit a land earlier, which we did not hit. Fuck my old cunt. Okay, I've seen that. We didn't really put enough pressure on. It is literally what I pointed out in the early part of the game. And then they just got to cast Flame of Venor and Mana Drains, and that will do it. That'll do it. We switch out 1 Mirror for 1 Abrade. My sideboard's a bit of a fucking mess, if I'm honest. Just so we got another answer main deck to the Tamio. I guess if we had more Furies, we'd have answers to Tamios, but again, Fury isn't that good in the metagame when people are like making Atraxas, playing other prison decks. It's only really good into creatures, not all creatures either. As we saw there, he can kill a Subtlety, but can't kill a Subtlety and a Tamio. Can't kill a Murktide Regent. Most of the time, he can't kill a Psychic Frog either. Or a Nethergoyf most of the time as well. So I'm just not sure how good Fury is into the creature suite that you see in the formats like Timeless. We're going to play first. We can go Ancient Doom, put the Fable of the Mirrorbreaker under a Chromox, and then do nothing. So this hand is again garbage. This hand is pretty fucking bad. It's a turn 2 Rabble Master. Okay, we're going to keep this. We're going to put Strip Mine back. We're going to go Ancient Tomb, Charleston 1, Rabble. That is our plan. Now, we saw that they had burn spells last game. Do they have a bolt here? I'd rather they didn't, but, you know, sometimes they have it. They could have Stone Scolding as well. We're going to go to combat. Do we get the 1/1? We do get the 1/1, which means they don't have a bolt or removal spell for this right now, which bodes well for the second one. They might hold up Mana Drain to counter the second one, but then we're just hitting them with a Rabble, which you can't ignore. But you can Flame of a Nor, am I right? I just realized I couldn't have bolted it. I played Chalice. Yep, my cards do things, even if last game it felt like they don't. Golden Tarn from our opponent. I'm going to not run this into a counter magic. Let's go to combat. Swing in for a bunch. Play a mountain. I'm just going to pass the turn. It allows us to abrade like any sort of Tamio that they play or similar. I assume we're going to see a Flames of Venor on the Rabble Master, but we can still get him for 3 if that is the case. So they can't Flames and counter this. So here's a Rabble. There's the Mana Drain. Make a body. Go to combat and Rabble all over our opponent's face. Just 8 damage. Don't fucking whip flare me or whatever the fuck it is, bruh. Fiery Cannonade. What's the 2 damage instant? Nope. Okay, I don't have it. Sure. We got there. Chalice into Rabble. We have a game plan. The second copy of Unlicensed Hearse is probably better than the first copy of Cursed Mirror, although Cursed Mirror is quite good on the play for copying a Rabble. But on the draw, it's a bit worse, right? He gets hit by more counter magic than Rabble does. That's debatable, really. Can't, ring, no, it's mulligan. This is Rabble on turn 3, Rabble on turn 4, Rabble on turn 5, which is just not good enough for this format, so we're going to mulligan down to 5 now. Looking for a turn 1 or 2 play. They have mold to 6. We're going to 5. We've got an Ancient Tomb, a Chalice, Blood Moon, and a Hearse. We're going to keep this. We're going to put back Mountain and Strip Mine. They're going to play Steam Vents. We're going to go Ancient Tomb, and we're going to see if they have Spell Snare here. Or Spell Pierce. Both of those work. Consign to Memory also works. Okay. If they go another Steam Vents here and we go Blood Moon, they don't have any islands. They did not, so we don't think we Blood Moon here. Unlicensed Hearse. I guess Blood Moon turns off their fetches, which makes all their Brainstorms worse. That's something. Just makes their Snapcasters worse. If they're trying to play Murktide, we can keep them off it by eating up all the stuff in their bin. Gobble up by Consign to Memory. Untap and find a Strip Mine. Play the Strip Mine. Cast the Blood Moon. If they crack for an island now, we just blow it up. They probably have a counterspell for this. So they crack the Delta. It resolves. We're going to hold priority in that Blood Moon again. Destroy the island with Strip Mine. Good, clean magic over here. Stifle the Strip Mine activation. Cool. Blood Moon resolves. Pass to them. We're just sitting on mana and a removal spell right now, so we need to draw some form of threat that can get through whatever they have in hand. They currently don't have access to mana drain through 2 red sources and a blue source, so the Blood Moon is doing something to be disruptive here. Tameo, sure. We're going to eat up 2 things in their bin, and we're going to shatter Skull Smashing Tameo to death once we get to the mana, which we won't have next turn. We're going to do 2 damage to her right now, so we're going to just pass. No, 1 damage, sorry. Sadly. Tameo's going to take over the game by investigating. Sure, they got Flames of Anor, so we lose like our graveyard control / potential finisher. That's fine, but Tameo flips over is the problem. If we can draw like something, just anything that does something, like action, gas, a creature that beats them up, a Khan, a One Ring, let's go, let's fucking go, it's a Khan, it's a me, Khan. This does 5 damage to a creature doesn't hit a Planeswalker. That's the good shit. I'm just gonna blow up that clue right now and pass back to them. Now Tameo does do a thing at -7, which is draw cards equal to half the cards in your library rounded up. You get a number with their maximum hand size, and you get there in exactly 3 turns. 2 turns of +2 activations. So if we can draw a Rabble to like boop her down, that'd be great. We draw another fucking Mountain. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, let's go and get... I don't have access to a needle in my sideboard, sadly. We'll get the One Ring. Do they have a counterspell for the One Ring right now? They can't have a counterspell for the One Ring. Surely Disdainful Stroke or something. Okay, it resolves. We have protection. We're going to draw a card. It means we can uptick Khan on the One Ring next turn and have an indestructible 4/4 that attacks Tameo. So from drawing their entire library, or half their library, should I say. They Flame of Anor to draw 2. They got a full grip over there. They got 7 cards. Tameo upticks. Snappy Block would keep Tameo... Well, I guess we can just smashing it if we have to. Strip Mine. Okay, let's uptick on the One Ring and see if we can hit Tameo. They can stifle this. They do not. Right, let's hit Tameo for 3. So Tameo's not ulting this turn. We'll go land, we'll go Fable. Fable's a good magic card. Gonna make us a gobbo. Do they stifle that? I feel like they got a stifle. They're gonna consign to memory that, yes. Okay. So next turn, we can draw cards off the One Ring in response to the Fable trigger, I think is what we want to do. Shrink down our creatures when they attack her. They play a Tameo, which can block the One Ring. The question is, so we're gonna go into full control here and go to my turn. Draw a Chalice, activate Fable, and not be able to activate our ring in response, even though I hit control. I don't know about this fucking app. Sometimes I really don't. We'll keep the removal spell for obvious reasons. We'll draw Blood Moon, which doesn't really do anything here. We can go Shatter Skull Smashing this for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So X equals 3. X equals 4, sorry. So Tameo is dead. Tameo takes 1. Uptick Khan, choose the ring, go to combat, attack Tameo for 3. She goes to 3. They have 6 cards in hand, and we're slowly dying to our One Ring. We have seen a quarter of our deck. We have yet to see a single 3-drop Goblin, which would be pretty hot to draw. It'd really open this game up. And we're playing like 7 or 8 of them as well. I guess Fable kind of counts. They bolt our face. Oh god, bolt. Snappy Bolt is actually kind of scary. They put Bolt back in their hand. Oh wow, that is their game plan. Bolt us down to 6. Snappy, Tameo, okay. Drew a Mountain. Okay, I think I could get a Platinum Angel and play it, but I'm going to activate my ring first. Drew a Blood Moon and a Howl Squad Heavy, which will be pretty good for next turn. Mountain, down tick Khan. Get a Platinum Angel. Play a Platinum Angel. Obviously, Flames of Anor kills it, but they can't Snappy Flames of Anor right now. Snappy Bolt kills me with the ring on 2 as well, but they got to kill the Angel first. Again, Bolt, Snappy Bolt. Oh, they have the Flames of Anor, like, literally in their hand. Okay, we need to down-tick Khan. Go get a thing to exile the Platinum Angel. Take 2 going to 3 here. We can do this. We can do this. Ghost Vacuum is the answer, I think. So 2 damage to my creature. Fuck. Okay, we're on tap and go to 3 life. We drew another ring, which is very good here. So we're going to draw 3 cards. We're going to go 1 ring, which we'll keep. Then we're going to go House Squad Heavy. Then we're going to down tick Khan and get a Cursed Mirror. Now, Tammy's going to make a lot of 1/1s really bad. Here, we just don't hurt them. But the Rabbles having haste will grow for all the goblins that get to attack. So next turn we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. If we draw a land, 9 mana to play Rabble, Rabble, Cursed Mirror, Rabble, and swing for the trees. They're going to get back a Lightning Bolt, which means they win in our upkeep. Fuckity, 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 fuck. I should have uptick Khan and hit Tamio, but that still wouldn't have done it. That would have done, no, I wouldn't have done it. Ah, that's bad, but also interesting, right? That was a fun back and forth game of Magic the Gathering. If we just drew a goblin before turn 10, I think the game is very different, like very, very different. We've got a hand that does nothing, so this is a straight mulligan. Let's hand an Ancient Tomb into Chalice, Mountain into Blood Moon or Curse Mirror or Magus. I think this is a keep. We don't really have a clock, but we will draw one. Not every game can be no clock until turn 10. It's just not realistically possible, right? You don't get that unlucky multiple games in a row. Here's a Chalice of the Void. Overgrown Tomb from our opponent. Mishra's Bauble from our opponent. The top card of our deck gets to draw a card next to them. Bauble is very good. They cast Inquisition, it gets Chaliced. Some people just slip up into it. They play another Bauble. They're emptying their hand for a reason. That might be what they're doing. Draw off the Bauble. We find Fable. We're going to go ahead and just Blood Moon them out of the game as well. We go Blood Moon again in case they go Swamp into Fatal Push on the Magus. Although Swamp into Fatal Push wouldn't kill the Magus. I guess Mountain into Bolt is a better example of what could happen if you played Magus before the Blood Moon. Hell, you don't need to play a Mountain because your Overgrown Tomb is a Mountain. They're going to draw a card of the Bauble. Hopefully the Blood Moon will just lock them out here. We don't actually have a follow-up from this. We need to draw any form of mana or a Chrome Mox. But in the words of, I think it's Louis Armstrong, we've got all the time in the world. Goes quote from them. We drew a Chrome Mox. Look at that. Would you look at that? We're going to get rid of this Magus, cast a Fable of the Mirror Breaker, make a 2/2 Goblin, pass to our opponent who's currently locked out of the game. Mountain from our opponent, we drew the 1 ring. We're going to choose to discard the Cursed Mirror, drew a Khan. Could play Cursed Mirror copying this Goblin and then had a mana source for the ring next turn. That probably would have been better. But the treasure does the same thing, so... Actually, no. Drawing a card's good. We'll go Khan the Great Creator. We'll start blowing up the lands with Liquid Metal Coating next turn, so we'll go grab that. I think we need to put Needle in the sideboard. I really do. Okay, they concede to the Prison deck. Let's just resolve it. Khan is going to Liquid Metal Coating the lands next turn. Not quite sure what they're on. Some form of rock. Some sort of black-green stuff. We view the battlefield. It was the 3rd land. Underground Mortuary. So we've only seen green-black lands here. So, I think we just run it back. I'm assuming if they're green-black, they'll be playing creatures, but it could be like Tarmogoyfs and Cosmogoyfs, so Braid might not even be that good. Storm's Wrath, maybe, but again, might not even kill how big the creatures are. I'm really not sure about our sideboard plan. I really am not. But, Joden the Virtuous versus Pleasant Kenobi the Ambitious. We've got Ancient Tomb into nothing. Opponent's going first. We can go turn 1, Strip Mine. They Inquisition us, take our Blood Moon. I'm going to mulligan, try to get something more explosive. No, mulligan again. Even worse. Okay, we can keep this. We'll keep this. We'll keep, but Mountain back, and a Cursed Mirror back. We want to rip a red spell, sorry, that isn't this Fable, so we can put something else under the Chrome Mox. We can go Blood Moon into something else by hitting a land drop. If they Inquisition us here and take the Chrome Mox or the Blood Moon, then we're probably fucked, but we've multi-4. So now the first hand was maybe keepable. Hand 2 and 3 were not keepable. They're going to play another Nethergrowth. Okay, that's a problem because if their graveyard fills up, we're not going to get to do. We're going to get beaten up by another Nethergrowth. So here's a Chrome Mox. We'll put Fable under it. We'll play a Blood Moon. And now we're going to wait a couple of turns. Actually, that was fucking terrible because they got a Swamp in play. What am I doing? I think I just multi-4 and then put out the game. I think Fable would have been better here. Yeah, we discarded a card here. Chrome Mox doesn't really matter. We want to hit land drops. We did not hit land drops. Okay. So I guess Blood Moon still turns off their future lands, but I don't think that was good into the Swamp. But then again, look at the hand. What would we done? Fable? Then they Ghost Court our Ancient Tomb and we're just really fucked. Maybe Blood Moon was retrospectively correct, but it didn't feel good. But who would have known they would have went turn 1 Swamp, eh? We hit a land. I think we just play this before if all things go wrong. We're going to be a Nethergoyf, which will be a 1-2 for the turn. It'll go into combat and attack them. They could push it here if they want to have the mana. Maybe I should have it enter just as the Cursed Mirror, so it can't die to a swamp. Or any spell off the swamp. And then just wait to draw any 3 or 4 drop. Because now we're actually dead to drawing 4 drops if they kill this. Oh, clever. And by clever, I mean... Oh, they didn't even block. Weird. Okay, sure. Sure. Mental Break is now in the bin. They play another mountain. We get hit for 1. We untap. Any 3 drop or 4 drop is good. Rabble is good. Rabble is good. Make a 1-1, in for 1, bang. We're rabbling now, baby. Everything you've ever wanted in life. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Fatal Push doesn't even work because they don't have the Revolt. Rabble for 6. They can block a 1-1, I guess. It's only for 5. We'll keep the mountain in hand in case they draw an Inquisition or Thoughtseize, so they'll use it on us. Nethergoyf 2, that can double block down my Rabble, but it kills both the creatures, so that's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe I wait for the Fury. I need to wait for the Fury. There's a land in hand. Whoppa! Me saying Fury's not very good, and then it does this. Yeah, good game. Okay. There was Prison. Doing prison things. Really clunky, but that was a Malta 4, and the Blood Moon ended up just being quite good generally anyway, I guess. Way better than I was giving it credit for when I Malta 4 played it and said I'd immediately lost. I didn't use those words, but that was the way I was acting. Oh, what a fun deck. Well, I say fun. It's, fun for me. We've won the die roll. We're playing first because our deck absolutely fucking loves it. Chalice Blood Moon into something. Let's go. I might even Chalice Strip Mine them. That might be a thing we do. It's always fun. Because if they look like they got a bad hand in terms of their mana, then we can like play other things that aren't our Blood Moon first. Anyway, hits Ancient 2. They're like, anyway, here's Wonderwall. They've Malta 6, which is even better. It's not quite like them Malta 6 thoughts it's their best card. That's like the real like mulligan Punisher, right? But Chalice of the Void on 1 can also be the same. Although you might keep a wonky hand that only has 2 drops and 3 drops, and then you're loving life. Hell, it could be the Mirror, and then Chalice of the Void is just dog shit. Well, it's not just dog shit. It's just not very good on 1. You want to get it onto 3, which isn't impossible. Once Upon a Time, a free card selection spell from them finds a breeding pool. Think I'm Blood Mooning them. Once Upon a Time suggests some fuckery with their lands, right? It could be obviously a creature-based deck. Could be some form of elves. Could be a Titan deck. If I don't draw an actual threat, I think I do go, like, Strip Mine them. Oh, they drew a Strip Mine. Interesting. Do they Strip Mine me here? Ooh, boy. Hadn't considered that. Now we're talking. This is my kind of magic. There's nothing in play but a fucking Chalice of the Void on 1. Oh, this is the sort of thing that people are... This is like somebody's sleep paralysis demon, right? Chrome Mox. Fuck, should have put it on 0. So for game 2, let's consider that this should be on 0. Oh no, the Deathlight Shaman's can't play on 1, so we're doing alright. Let's go Strip Mine, hide this mountain, because we do need Red Source at some point. They have a Chrome Mox, so then go land, play a 2 drop here. Khan does turn off the Chrome Mox and kill it if we get to that point. They play a Breeding Pool, shocking it in. Psychic fucking Frog. I hate this card. I think this is one of the worst cards ever designed or made. And whoever came up with the idea to take like Psychotorg and make all its abilities better and give it a card draw upon hit, I think they were on crack that day. I think it's a really bad idea. How do I beat this fucking frog? I guess we don't Strip Mine them. Although, maybe we do. And we Curse Mirror their frog, hit them, draw a card. No, we need to play a 3 drop here. God, my entire mood has changed. Like, I was enjoying whatever was happening. Even the loss in round 1 of this video, like, fine, whatever. And then Frog shows up, and I'm like, fucking... What? Why? Why am I doing this? Why am I here? I think it's very much like the lasting mark of how bad Horizons was for the older formats and the lack of respect for any sort of heritage those formats actually had. Like, look, you play Uro, which is like one of those broken 3 mana spells I've ever printed, and I still am like, yeah, sure, that seems more fair than this frog. I felt like Reanimator in Legacy plays the frog is proof enough that the card is complete and utter fucking horseshit. Right, get hit for 1. They draw a card. I guess them drawing cards doesn't matter if we Blood Moon them, but then they can just discard their hand and hit us for like 5, 5, and 5, and that kills us. Chrome Mox. Okay, this is good for us. No, it's not good for us. I was going to say, ditching cards from hand means a much slower clock, but it also means that the Blood Moon doesn't do anything. They can cast Uro next turn. They cast Deathlight Charm, which just goes into the bin. That was a punt from them. It does, well, it's not a punt. It fills up the graveyard for the Uro next turn. So I'm going to Blood Moon them, so they can't cast Uro. I guess Khan getting the One Ring or Platinum Angel, those are strategies that we can employ. They can still cast spells. There's green and blue here and green and black here, but they don't have the double green, double blue that they need for the Uro, which is important because, okay. A card, Abandon Legacy. I do think Timeless does need some cultivation. I actually don't think Strip Mine's that bad. We get hit by the frog, they draw a card. We drew the One Ring, which they can elk. But then we have an indestructible elk. We play a Khan. They can also turn off our Charge to the Void. They turn off all the mana. They have red over here, and these can't be activated. We'll kill the food. They can elk their own Chrome Mox, I guess, and discard 2 cards, 3 cards to Psychic Frog to try and get us. The game is becoming interesting. With all these broken cards bouncing off one another, it is becoming interesting. I'm sorry for my moaning tirade about this fucking frog, but I do believe it is dog shit. You're going to create a food with Oko. You're going to attack Khan with Psychic Frog. This will draw them a card though, by the way, because there's deals damage to a player or Planeswalker. But there's just no fucking decision making need to be made. The card just does everything. It's so dumb. Discard a card. Sure. They hit Khan hard enough to threaten it next turn. We drew a Chrome Mox. Like, Khan can uptick and kill a Chrome Mox. He can turn the One Ring into a blocker, but they just fly over the top of it. I think killing the Chrome Moxes is very good. If I kill the Chrome Moxes, they kill the Khan. So I kill 1 Chrome Mox. If I grow the One Ring into a body, they fly the frog. They might even elk my ring, but that doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm going to uptick my ring here to keep Khan around. So they fly the frog, discard 3 cards to it, make it a 5. Just got the entire hand to kill Khan. We draw a card off ring, untap, draw 2 more cards off ring, maybe find another Khan, for example. They get to unlock their cards in their hand by killing the Khan. So it's a 3/3 now, sure. You're going to make it fly, right? Oh, they only have 2 cards now because they played a land. Can't even kill Khan here. Take Khan to 1 and draw a card. I drew a Fable. So I go Chrome Mox, exile the Blood Moon. This gives us 5 mana. I guess I go Cursed Mirror and copy the Psychic Frog. Uptick and kill the blue source. Go to combat and hit the Oko down a little bit. Draw a card off the frog, obviously. Chance the Void on 1. Probably should put it on 2. Next turn we can play Fable and put it on 2. No, we can't. We don't have enough mana. Chance the Void on 2 stops another frog. We're going to dodge the first frog, if I'm honest. If they elk our Chance on 1, we play another Chance on 1, I guess. So Khan is down. You have access to green mana again. You do draw a card. Just leave the Chance for the Fable refund, I guess. I should have drawn a card off the ring when they elked it. That's very silly of me. Wait, they're taking on the elk and giving us the food and losing the Oko? Okay, that's good for us. They just want to win the race, I guess. Find Den of the Bugbear, which is also good for us. We play Fable of the Mirror Breaker. 7, 8, 9 damage next turn. Den can not be Oh, Den's just a mountain. Oh, that's not good for us. But we can crack for food. Maybe just cycling the Den with the Fable is much better there. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 10 damage if they want to put it on us. I think I block the 4/5 here and just take 3 because it gives us just a much better clock. They don't draw a card either. We drew a land. We're going to cycle both these of Fable. We're going to discard up to 2 and draw 2. Bowmaster. Okay, game over then, I guess. Game over then. Okay, well, we have to do this. 2 more lands. Okay, we drew a lot of fucking mana. Like, how many non-land, non-mana spells did we actually cast? Khan, the One Ring, and a Fable, and the arguably Cursed Mirror, and the Chalice and the Blood Moons. Okay, maybe I'm being over the top. Braid, Storm's Wrath, cut both mirrors. Trim 1 moon. There we go. If they cannot just cast a frog on turn 2 that wins them the game, but it takes fucking hours to do so, I'll be happy. We'll play first. Ancient Tomb into Chalice into any Chrome Mox or land. I'm gonna do it. Now, they can strip mine me. That'd be bad. If they don't strip mine me, this is good. I guess we're risking it for the proverbial bisking it. Ancient Tomb. Chalice on 1. Delta from our opponent, nothing else. Oh, we fucking did it. Okay, I don't have another land yet, so I'm going to play Fable here. Make it look like we don't have a moon. Fable will make me a 2/2. That'll make me treasures. It gets me towards the One Ring. It can get rid of this Makers of the Moon if the Blood Moon resolves. It's all good. Bearing in mind they will have interaction for enchantments and artifacts now because they are green. They get a Watery Grave, which makes our moon better. This might be a Stifle, actually. Yeah, sure. Chalice of the Void, baby. I'll make a 2/2. That did not seem like the correct line. You can replicate around the Chalice, but the first one doesn't work for. Discard 2 cards and draw 2 cards. Sure, we'll discard the Makers of the Moon. Draw an Ancient Tomb, okay. Gotta go to combat and attack for 2. And then we're gonna play Blood Moon. So now I'm gonna go Ancient Tomb, Rabble Master first. They fetch to counter this, but they don't get to moon them. They can't fetch an island with a Verdant there, so they counter this, sure. And without a Chrome Mox, this should absolutely ruin them. Absolutely baited. We are on 12, though. They have 6 mana with the Chrome Mox. They'll be able to get to 7 mana with only one of it being of a colour. Doesn't allow them to cost Psychic Frog or Oko or Uro. They have double Chrome Mox into Uro or some shit, but I doubt it. The Stone Brain, sure, whatever. You can take whatever you want at this point. I think we've got what we need down. What you gonna name? The One Ring? I think that's a sensible name. Khan can still get the One Ring out of exile if you do this. Blood Moon. Okay, so they think they've got an answer for this Blood Moon, then that's what that tells me. Breeding Pools and Mountain. Stone Brain number 2. Go Mountain. In for 2. Make a treasure. Play the One Ring. Draw a card. Yahoo! Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Mountain from our opponent. We take 1 from our own ring. We play a land. We draw 2 more cards. We activate Reflections onto the Gobbo. Go to combat. Attack for 2. Attack for 2. Make 2 treasures. Bang, bang. We'll play 1 more Fable. We don't want to play out our entire hand in case they wrath us, but here's another Fable. And then we play Charles on 2, I guess. Okay, they're dead on board. What you got? What you got, opponent? Anything Lego, my Grego, as your name suggests? Okay, we got him. We got him. I'm going to trim that Braid and bring him back in the other Blood Moon, because Braid doesn't even deal with a Psychic Frog like we might want it to. It might kill an Elk somewhere, but that seems just bad. Guess we can kill Chrome Moxes with it. Oh, shit. Actually, Blood Mooning them in a Braid and a Chrome Mox does seem very hot and very much what both my deck wants to do and I want to do as a person, so I fucked that up. We've got a turn 1 do nothing into a turn 2 unlicensed us. It's just not good enough. We're going to mulligan. I've got a turn 1 do nothing. This is a mulligan 2, I think. I'm going to have to get a 5. Just need a Soul Land or like a land and a Chrome Mox. Soul Land and a Strip Mine. Blood Moon. Yep, sure. We'll put back 1 mountain, and we'll put back Strip Mine. Do you know what? We'll keep Strip Mine, get rid of Storm's Wrath. There we go. They play a Breeding Pool, play a Chrome Mox. Don't play a Frog here. Don't play a Frog here. Don't play a Frog here. They've mauled pretty hard. No Frog. Let's go. Mountain, baby. 3rd land tapped. Okay, they've got mana up to counter this Blood Moon. Let's see if they have it. Whoppa! Does this resolve, opponent? Does not. They mana drain it, which might mean big boy magic next turn. Or big girl. They're going to surgical the Blood Moons. This is fine. We have to play a fair game. They are low on resources. Khan will kill the Chrome Mox next turn. Mana drain gives them a bunch of mana. If we draw a Chrome Mox, maybe we Mox out the Khan, kill the Chrome Mox, and then Strip Mine them. That's what I think we do. We did not draw a Mox. So here's the Strip Mine they know about. Here's a Khan. Does this resolve, opponent? It does. Fuck yeah. Get that Mox out of here. Bang. And the Mox is gone. Double Strip Mine next turn. This might turn into one of the sexiest things you've seen on YouTube in a long time. Oh shit, they're passing the turn. Do they have a consign to memory here? I should have hidden the second Strip Mine, actually. Strip Mine numero uno. Does this resolve, opponent? Oh shit, son. Strip Mine numero... Fuck, what comes after 1? 2? Strip Mine 2. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Chrome Mox. Put Smashing under it. Ba-bump. -2 the Khan. Grab ourselves the One Ring. Play the One Ring. Maybe I need a threat in the sideboard. Game protection. Draw a card. We're now on a bit of a clock, but we need to just draw something to clock them, right? They play a Verdant Catacombs. Can't Strip Mine that right now. Take 1 from our ring. Draw a Rabble. Play a Rabble. Does this resolve, opponent? It does. Uptick Khan. Turn the One Ring into a 4/4. It's Beat Town, baby. And it's the One Ring. The One Ring's doing the beating. He's going to beat you off. In for 5. As they say, in for a penny, in for a pound. Bang, bang, down to Pound Town. Passing the turn to our opponent. They're going to crack the Catacombs. Go to 10. Find themselves a mana source that will produce mana other than red, which is something they must be very happy about at this point. They surveilled and kept on top off of the Undercity Sewers, which is interesting. They shock in a Watery Grave. They cast a Chrome Mox. They put a card from their hand underneath the Chrome Mox. This is why I don't think that every... Oh, Force Vigor wasn't very good there, was it? Not every deck should be playing Chrome Mox for this very reason. They scoop it up before we swing. It's going to be 4 + 4. That's 8 with the One Ring plus Goblin Ring of Master plus his 2 tokens plus his trigger. There we go. Mono Red Prison. Doing stuff. Obnoxious dumb shit that some people won't like, but I really, really enjoy locking people out of the game and killing them with Rebel Masters. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is the new gameplay channel, so I'm moving it across from the main channel to keep those two things separate now, from the commentary and general discussion and the gameplay over here, because not everyone likes those things, right? Some people like one and not the other. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what deck you would like to see on the channel next, what formats you want to see, what Arena, Modo, Modern, Pioneer, Standard, Timeless, Legacy. You let me know what you want to see. Some Limited? Maybe. If it's wanted, I'll do it.